Hey guys, I'm Cameo from TheUnluckyPulls, and today we have a deck profile. And this deck profile is of a burn deck. And some people say either like, well, okay, so first, what's a burn deck? A burn deck is a deck that's used to just take down opponent's life points. Just that all it does, is the only point of it, is to build a wall and take down life points. Now, some people are annoyed by burn decks. Well, that's the thing though, they do win. Some people also say this does not win, and it did. I got in the top 4 with it. Went 5-1 with this burn deck at the last tournament I went to and used it. So we're just gonna go through. So it has 17 monsters, 13 spells, and 10 traps, and so it's a 40 card deck. So we're gonna go over the monsters first, okay? So I'm gonna tell you about like what each one does and stuff like that. Okay, so Stealth Bird. This is used just to take down life points. When it's flip summoned, it inflicts 1,000 damage, and then once per turn you can flip it back down into face down defense. So it's like this. Then the next turn you flip summon it, and then you set it back down. Okay, and it just does 1,000. It does have 2 lava golems, which what lava golem does is you tribute 2 of your opponent's monsters and give lava golem to them, special summoned on their side of the field. You can't play a monster that turn, but each of their standby phases they take 1,000 damage for lava golem. Yeah, but it does have 3,000 attack, so you have to be careful. I don't even know if 2 is needed. I did get OTK'd by my own lava golems. I had 2, and they OTK'd me with my own lava golems. So anyway, the next is 2 solar flare dragons. What solar flare does is during each of your end phases, it inflicts 500 damage to your opponent's life points. It's 4-star, 1,500 attack. Just play it with, like, if you have swords or nightmare steel cage out, and then you inflict 500 during each of your end phases. Or if your opponent is playing like on the defensive, you can also do that. Then we have 3 giant germs, and what giant germ does is when it's attacked, or when it's sent to the graveyard, because it has 100 defense and 1,000 attack. When it's sent to the graveyard, you inflict 500 to your opponent's life points, and you can also special summon up to 2 of them in face-up attack. So yes, if they attack the other ones, you do lose damage most of the time because they have 1,000 attack, but they do inflict 500 each to your opponent's life points. Good card to have is a 3 giant germs, and I recommend special summoning 1 at a time, because you can like, let's say you have 1 giant germ out in face down defense, it's destroyed. You can special summon up to 2, but I recommend you special summon 1 just to kind of psych them out. They attack it, it's destroyed, and you special summon another 1 just in case. It's just for safety precautions. Okay, then we have 2 blast spheres. Blast sphere, it's based on defense. If it's attacked, it equips to the attacking monster. Next turn, that monster is destroyed, and your opponent takes damage equal to that monster's attack. Just good to do damage. Next, we move into the cards that are more like walls, and they marshmallow. 2 marshmallows, mainly because I only have 2 marshmallows are only ones allowed, and I only have 2. And marshmallow, it's face down, it's attacked, can't be destroyed by battle, and it inflicts 1,000 when it's attacked while it's face down. So a good card to have, kind of a wall, but it also inflicts damage. 2 Spirit Reapers, just for wall. You don't need 3, just 2 is enough, because it makes a wall, but still allows you to draw some of the cards that are needed to win the duel. Now we have more wall cards that prevent you from getting attacked. Swift Scarecrow, when you're going to be direct attack, you discard this card from your hand and negate the attack and end the battle phase. Cyber Valley, you play it, so it has to be on the field, played in face-up attack. When someone tries to attack it, you can send this card to the graveyard, you draw a card, and the battle phase is over. That's one of its 3 effects, and that's the only one you need to use. Battle Fader, when someone attacks, when declared direct attack, special summon, and I believe you end the special summon and end the battle phase. So that just makes a wall and protects you from getting attacked. So now we move on to the spells, and we have them in order, just like the monsters. If you would have saw, okay, we have 2 Meteor of Destructions. Now what these do is they just inflict 1,000 damage. Simple card. It just does damage. Next, we have 3 Poison of the Old Man's, and what it does, and the way you should use it, is inflict 800 damage, each of them. Upstart Goblin. Now what it does is you draw a card and your opponent gains 1,000 life points. Now you can use this a couple ways. You can play this, have your opponent gain 1,000 life points, and use a card like Meteor Flare, where your opponent has to have more than like 3,000 life points, and it does 2,000. Or you can use this with bad reaction to Samachi, and instead of them gaining 1,000, they lose 1,000. Dark Room of Nightmare, extra 300 damage per effect that causes damage. Toll, kind of a wall, kind of not. It inflicts 500. If anyone wants to attack, they have to pay 500 life points per monster per attack. So it's a good card. I mean, you shouldn't be attacking with any of the monsters in this deck, to be honest. Unless you have a direct, like if their enemies, if your opponent's field is clear, it's the only time you should be attacking. 2 Swords stops your opponent from attacking for 3 turns. 1 Nightmare Steel Cage prevents anyone from attacking for 2 turns. 1 Day of Peace, each person draws a card and no damage is taken till the end of the next turn. And Level Limit Area B, what it does is switches, or like all face up level 4 or higher monsters, which are like the stronger monsters, are changed to a defense position and remain in defense position as long as this card's on the field. So it's a good card to stop some attacks. For the traps, we have 2 bad reactions to Samachis, mainly because, I mean, you could have 3, but this deck really isn't based off of a lot of bad reaction to Samachi needed cards. Like Upstart Goblin is only one of them, and the next card, I only have one of them in this deck, so it really doesn't, it's not needed. So just 2 bad reaction to Samachis, because there are only 2 cards that need it. Next is Gift Card. It has your opponent gain 3,000, but if you have bad reaction to Samachi, they lose 3,000. Good card. 2 Magical Cylinders. These are just to do damage to your opponent and stop attacks. Because they attack, you send the attack right back to them. 1 Meteor Flare. You discard 2 cards and inflict 2,000 while they have more than 3,000 life points. As I said, pretty good card if you use it with Upstart Goblin combo, if you can't use it right away. But you can also use Upstart Goblin with bad reaction to Samachi. Either way, pretty good combo to use. Nightmare Wheel. It equips to an opponent's monster, and it can't attack, can't change battle position, and their opponent takes, or the owner of that card takes 500 damage per one of your turns. So it's a wall and it does damage. Then we have 2 Wabokus, just protecting you from attacks. The last card is a Gravity Bind, because what it does is all level 4 or higher can't attack, so that means if they want to attack, they'll be stuck with low levels. And it's not like they're going to be attacking anyway. A good combo with Gravity Bind is activating Gravity Bind and then giving them 2 Lava Golems, which is what I used. That's a combo I used. Was they had like a field of like 4. You tribute their field, give them 2 Lava Golems, and you have Gravity Bind, so Lava Golem can't attack. It's a good combo. Also, you can use the Lava Golem combo with Level Limit Area B. Just make sure you play the Lava Golem first. Okay, hopefully this deck profile helped you guys out. As I said, it was a burn deck that's not based off of bad reaction to Samachi, just a generic burn deck. And as I said before, I did get in the top 4 with it, with a record of 5-1. So hopefully you guys want to try this out. Maybe you do try it out. It's a good deck. It makes a lot of people very angry. So I do recommend you try it out. get the required cards. There's not very many that are hard to get, hard to find. So just get it. I mean, come on, the deck is cheap to make, and it destroys people. If you didn't like this video, well, that's a shame. If you did like it, click the subscribe button, hit the like button, let us know that you enjoy these videos, and I'll see you guys in the next Yu-Gi-Oh video.